Alright, I know it's been a while since I've talked to you guys, and I'm sorry. I've been MIA, I've been busy with my kids and doing things around the house. I've been getting a lot of questions about my piercings. Thought I would hop on here quickly and just tell you guys a little bit about my piercings. I do have a little notebook here with a bunch of notes and questions that I get asked often, and I will answer the most popular questions that I get on these piercings. I love them a lot. A lot of people want to know what the difference is between cheek piercings and dermal piercings. So what I have is the actual cheek piercing. So my piercing actually goes all the way through, whereas the dermal, it actually just sits on the top of the skin. If you guys can see that, the bar goes all the way through. A lot of people ask, oh, does it irritate your teeth, or can you feel it when you're chewing? No, I cannot. My bar is really small. I can't actually feel it in my mouth. A lot of you guys might be wondering how long I've had these piercings for. I've actually had them since January 2013, so about 6-7 years. So it's been quite a while. I get lots of compliments on these often. The pain level, how bad did it hurt? These piercings, I don't know what I was thinking when I got them done. They hurt like hell. The pain level, you kind of work yourself up to a point where when you get the piercing, it actually doesn't hurt as much as you think it would. I don't know, it's such a weird feeling. You can feel the needle go right through your cheek. Once you got one done, you gotta do the other side. So I don't know, I would never do it again though. They hurt way too much. People ask how much they cost. These cheek piercings, they're really expensive. I paid about $180 for them. I also got them done in Toronto at a studio called Exotic Studios. It's located off Spadina in Toronto. I already said that, but it's in Toronto. So when I got these piercings, they costed me about $108 plus taxes and obviously your tip. And then every couple of months or so, you have to keep resizing them. Depending where you go for the bar, it's gonna range you $30 to $60 per bar, and then on top of that, if the gems don't fit on the screw, it's gonna run you about, I don't know, $130 for two. It's really expensive. I can easily say I spent a good $500 on these piercings since I've got them. If you are interested in getting these cheek piercings, make sure you are ready to spend a fortune on them, because that's what it's gonna cost you. Also, I'm not telling you what to do, but make sure, just like any other piercing, you do your research, because you can easily screw these piercings up. These piercings can actually damage your saliva glands. Make sure you get somebody that knows what they're doing when they're piercing your cheeks, somebody that's really experienced. A lot of people ask, would I get them done again? And the answer is no. Although I really love these piercings, I could never put myself through that much pain ever again. So the answer is no, I would never get these piercings done again. Although they are super unique and cool, no. Do you have problems with your piercings? Yes. It never ever ends. They say that your piercings will heal like after 3 months or so. That's not the case. This piercing here, if you look, or I'm sure you can see it in the camera, this one kind of goes down a little more than this one. They were symmetrical before. I've had lots of problems with this one. For the first 3 years, I actually had a problem with this cheek piercing. My body was rejecting the barbell for the longest time, and I was super close to taking them out, but kept pushing through because, for one, they were super expensive, and second of all, I love them. And still to this day, every now and again, my cheek piercings get like lymph. It's like crusties, as they call them, around the piercings, which you constantly have to keep clean, because if you don't, then your cheek piercings can get infected, and every so often your piercings will have like a drainage type deal. It's just a normal thing that your body excretes with this piercing. It's with your cheeks and your saliva glands, so you're gonna have a lot of stuff going on there. Does the piercing leave a scar? Yes. my piercings will leave a permanent scar on my face. So as soon as I take these out, it's gonna have holes and I'm gonna have dimples for the rest of my life. So if you plan on taking these out, be prepared to have holes in your cheeks and permanent dimples, which I don't mind. I actually like them a lot. So as soon as I take the bar out of my cheek, if I keep it out longer than, I don't know, 6 hours, 5 hours, my hole in my cheek will actually start closing up, and then it will be super hard to stick back in. So a lot of people actually ask me, do these piercings cause me to have dimples? And the answer is yes. I never had dimples before these piercings, so they actually caused permanent dimples in my cheeks. And yeah, they will be there forever. What is the pain level for these piercings out of a 10? It's an 11. It hurts. If anybody tells you that these piercings don't hurt, they're lying to you. Okay, so also another question that people ask me is, how do they pierce your cheek? Well, same as any other piercing. They take a clamp, they put it on your cheek, and then they take this needle, and depending on your piercer, how they're comfortable with doing it, they can either stick it in through this way or they can go inward. They just take the needle and slowly put it through, and then once it's in, then they attach the bar on the end of the needle, and then they feed it through, and then they put the ends on, and then they repeat the same step on the other side. It's crazy. Go watch videos of how it's done. You'll be cringing. I'll insert a picture here or here what the needle looks like that they pierce your cheek with. When I'm at the grocery stores or stores in general, I always get asked the same question all the time, and it's, do they hurt now? No, they do not hurt now. I've actually had to ask, do you mean did they hurt when I got them done, or do they actually hurt like as we're speaking? And no, they don't hurt as I'm speaking. I can't feel them. When you first, well, I'm gonna go back to the beginning. When you first get them done, obviously your bars are super long so that your cheeks have room to expand because they're gonna be swollen. They're gonna need that bar length. That's when you can feel it the most. Once they're done healing, you actually can't feel them in your cheek. Can't bite on them. Can't feel them. They do sink in my cheek, so they are pretty tight in my mouth. So overall, I really love my piercings. I get a lot of compliments on them. I still have no intentions of taking them out. I just deal with the problems that I have with them. As I said, this one looks a little different, but I don't really care. I like them. These are the questions that I get asked all the time, and I thought I would make a video for you guys and answer some of these questions to clear things up. Sorry about the background noise. My kids are downstairs. So yeah guys, that is my 411 on my cheek piercings. I hope I cleared up some of your questions that you guys had. These are questions that I get asked all the time. So hopefully I spilled you guys the tea. If you guys like this video, don't forget, subscribe, like, comment. Don't forget that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Perfect.